First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, better known as Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom. Only 144,000 will be saved. Now we understand that the 144,000 are all men, but there will be a large, great multitude that will be saved, men, women, and children. Okay, so let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 7, starting at verse 9. After this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes and palms in their hands. Now let's look up what the word kindreds mean in the Greek, because an unlearned person, they'll read this and think that this is talking about everybody, right? So let's jump into the Blue Letter Bible. This is not it. 7 and 9. Right, let's look what the word kindred means in the Greek. And it says, in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. You see that? So we can tell that this is only talking about the Israelites, man. All 12 tribes. Okay? You know, so expounding on that, what nation is the Heavenly Father dealing with? Let's get the book of Amos, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Hear this word, what the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. And, you know, this goes back to Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, because we're still under the curses. And who is Yahweh coming back to save, right? Who can lift up all these curses from us and save us? Yahweh Shai. So let's get Matthew, the 24th chapter, starting at verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, when they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now, who are the elect nation-wise, right? Let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 45. Starting at verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, and verse 20. So we can obviously see that this is talking about Israel only, man. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote him. And this is talking about the Edomites, man. but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. Verse 21. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. For thou, thy people Israel, shall be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. So we can clearly see that Revelation 7 and 9 tells you that, a great multitude which no man can number, but we just established that the 144,000 are all men, so let's further prove that the remnant is talking about a whole bunch of other people, men, women, and children that are not a part of the elect. Let's get 2 John chapter 1 and verse 1. The elder unto the elect lady and her children, whom I love in the truth, and not I only, but also all they that have known the truth. You see that? So, that huge remnant consists of men, women, and children. Let's get the book of John 17 and 20. Neither pray I for these alone, which is the elect, right? But for them also which shall believe on me through their word. You see that? So this is talking about the remnant. Okay, let's get 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. If they, meaning man and women, men, women, and children, continue in faith and in charity and in holiness and in sobriety. Okay, so this is obviously talking about men, women, and children, along with the 144,000, which is all men from each tribe, right? Now let's further prove that this remnant is a large, great multitude, right? Let's get the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 2, starting at verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. You see, and this is the same thing that Revelation 7 and 9 said. Esdras said that he's seen a people who he couldn't even number. So this is talking about a lot of people. 2 Esdras chapter 2 and verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And this is talking about Yahushua. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Heavenly Father. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And you can precept this to 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 50 on down, where it tells you that we'll be incorruptible. We'll be immortal, basically, Verse 46. And then I said unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then I began Then began I greatly to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, this goes back to Revelation 7 and 9, where it talks about the large great multitude. So in closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, better known as Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.